Good morning, guys. My name is JMC, or rather known as SoupSoul23 on this channel, and this is my first venture on EDH. So my first choice is Daretti, Scrap Savant. This is my 1v1 French banlist competitive EDH. So I choose the Commander Daretti if you like artifacts, and basically he's a goblin welder on a stick. First ability is +2 to loyalty. Discard 2 cards and you draw those cards. So draw 2. Then the second ability is -2 loyalty. Then you get any artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then the last ability is -10 loyalty. You get an emblem whenever an artifact is put into your graveyard from the battlefield. Return that card on the battlefield at the beginning of the end step. So this is Daretti. I'm only using 2 enchantments. The first one is Bans Blasting Cannons. Usually it's a card draw advantage. I don't usually flip this card unless your opponent is down to 3 or lesser life. Blood Moon. So it's your silver bullet among decks that's relying heavily on non-basic lands or multicolor commanders. So for the Planewalkers, I'm using 7 Planewalkers. Inclusion of Ugin the Ineffable, the new card from War of the Spark, is a must for this artifact heavy deck. Colorless spells cost 2 less to cast and also a card advantage. Having a 2/2 defender or attacker on your side. Then the last ability is destroy target permanents for those pesky graveyard hates. Karn, also a good card here because card draw and defense. The new Karn, the Great Creator, one-sided null rod for your opponents, and usually I don't know if your play group allows you to get any card that you want from your binder, or if they allow you 15 cards, depends if you can use the last ability to search any artifact from exile or from your SB, because it has a silver bullet combo with the Mycosynth Lattice, so it will definitely lock down your opponent. And Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. So it will really be sweet if you use the last ability. You gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and put 7 permanents. And board control as well. Chandra, Torch of Defiance, card draw, or it's sweet if you get the emblem out as fast as you can so you can end the game. The Flame Caller. So the 0 discard all cards in your hand is a good combination with Daretti. You can discard those big artifacts, then you can do Scrap Mastery, or depends if you draw the Scrap Mastery, or you can control the board with its X damage to each creature. Coat of the Hammer. So it's easy to cast, and you get to create a 4/4 beat stick mountain. So if its emblem resolves, it's finally game over for your opponent because you're using a mono red commander. But my build is currently having 18 mountains only, 38 lands. For the creatures, I'm using Simian Spirit Guide. So it's just an accelerant, or if you can cast it for a 3rd turn Daretti. Wormcoil Engine. So Death Touch, Lifelink with a body of a 6/6. 6 to cast. Good combination for Daretti if you can discard it as turn 3 or turn 2. You can create 2 artifact worm tokens with Death Touch, or the other one is Lifelink. Mere Battle Spear. This is a good card as well for this one because you get to kill the planeswalker that your opponent is having or straight to its face. So that's it. And you get a lot of mere artifact that you can suck for Daretti. Hanger Backwalker, so you need to create those pesky 1/1 Raptor artifact creature with flying, and Sundering Titan, as well as your opponent is relying heavily on those non-basic lands, dual lands. You can destroy those lands as well. Karn Silver Golem. So combination of Mycosynth Lattice, you can destroy all their lands, which making them a creature to their casting cost, because lands are 0 to cast, no casting cost. They'll eventually die. And Goblin Welder, you get to make some welder shenanigans or Mindslaver control for the win. Solemn, it's a 3 ability. For me, this is a inclusion for every EDH deck. So you get to search a basic land card. It's also good for defense and makes you draw a card. To Skillion, you get to kill those creatures with protection because it's an artifact. Revoker, you can name Planeswalker because EDH decks now are heavily reliable on Planeswalker decks. Combustible Gearhawk, I don't know, but usually the opponents let me draw cards from his ability. Because usually if they put the 3 cards in the graveyard, usually half of their life is gone because the casting cost of the cards in this deck are very high. Duplicant can kill Excel, like Swords Closure on a stick. That's it. So I'm having 38 lands, 18 mountains only for the non-basic, for the basic. Bloodstained Mire for filter, Wooded for filter, Great Furnace for artifact fodder. You get to sack it for Daretti to choose any artifact in your graveyard. Blast Zone, I haven't really used its full potential, but you need to include this against aggro decks in EDH. Rishadon Port turns up your opponent's mana. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, lots of Karisev deck in EDH, so you get to gain life. So Gerrich Sanitarium, you get to draw an additional card in combos with Daretti. Dust Bowl gets to destroy any non-basic land your opponent is having. Same thing for Daretti. Sacrifice Outlet. Priest Cry, Factory, a Beat Stick, and Outlet for Daretti. Ancient 2, Mana Accelerant. Sequitur Squash. If you want to search your deck for any key components, or if you're gonna combo out or last effort. So I'm using 7 Planeswalker. It's better to use this card because it says Proliferate. And Sheltered Valley. So I'm telling you, there's a lot of aggressive decks on EDH. You get 1 life extra. Maze of 8, anti-big creatures. Verduin, utility land card. You get to choose any artifact from your graveyard to your hand. And this is a tutor for your artifacts. Inventor's Pair, City of Traitors, Mana Accelerant, Wasteland, disrupts your opponent's land, not basic. And the rest are mountains. So for the mana rocks, I'm using this amulet. So if it's your first turn, you get to put a charge counter on it. Then Sure Ball, Daretti on third turn. Fire Diamond, third turn Daretti. Celerant, Worn Power Stone, cheap Soul Ring. Thought Vessel is booming right now. Roughly costs around $10. Mind Stone, Amber, because I'm using a lot of Planeswalker. And also same thing, same banana for Daretti. You can sacrifice it for its second ability. Tran Dynamo, Accelerant, Pelwar Stone, Accelerant. So I'm using 9 mana rocks. And because I'm playing on a 1v1 French ban list, you need to kill some pesky creatures. Or like for example Lavinia, you can utility card for the Pirate Spellbound. You can sacrifice for its second ability for Daretti, or kill a creature or draw a card. Board wipe, Pyroclasm, Pyrokinesis, board wipe as well. Gamble, tutor keycard, usually artifact. Chaos Warp. Usually we don't have an answer for enchantments, so Chaos Warp. Cage Sun, Mana Accelerant, Winter Orb if you want to control the game, if you want to slow down the game of your opponent. Pitting Needle disrupts your opponent's pesky combos. Sweltering Sands, a board wipe again. So Jackalops, self-explanatory. Like if you have set up your Planeswalker, you can use Jackalops and control the board with it. Snaring Bridge. Snaring Bridge controls the creature board prep. So we got the Nebsdits, or better known as Larry Nevin's this. So you get to destroy all artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. And Mycosynth Lattice combo. You can combo this card with the Nebsdis and Darksteel Forge. It's a heavy setup, but you can still tutor for it, or depends. Warping Whale, best underrated card because you get to counter those devastating sorcery spells on EDH. And you get to choose to create a Scion, Eldrazi Scion, to put your Daretti on turn 3. Abrade, utility card. Confluence, combo with Mycosynth Lattice or just a big lava axe to your opponent's face. Expedition map, you get a lot of utility land cards, so you get to choose if you want to ramp up or disrupt your opponent. Card draw, Faithless Looting, draw 2, discard 2. Museum Mortars, you can use its Overload to board wipe your opponent's creatures. Flame Slash, so 1 to cast 4 damage to target creature. And Rolling Earthquake can kill those creatures with flying as well. Scrap Mastery, so last ditch effort for your deck if you have no artifacts on the field. So Cantrip, Ichor Wellspring, you can feed it to Daretti, then draw a card. Board control again, like Wildfire, Burning of Sinye. Card draw advantage, Planar Bridge. Planar Bridge, you can search for combinations, card combinations, like Mycosynth Lattice, Darksteel Forge, or Larry Nebsdis, or the Karn Greater. Mindslaver usually saves your turn, or if you have the full emblem of Daretti, Unlimited Slaver. Land Recursion from your graveyard, Crucible of Words, you can control your Mana Denial for your opponent, Rishadan Port, Wasteland, or any fetch land you can get. Bundle Blast, you can control your opponent's board presence with Mycosynth Lattice because it doesn't destroy your artifacts. And lastly, Tangle Wire, so you can make a setup tapping 4 permanents from your opponent's field. So if you have any comments on my profiling on Daretti 1v1 French ban list, do so and it will be appreciated. I still don't have what else is I'm lacking for this deck. You have any comments, positive comments on this deck or negative, just drop by a comment. And currently I'm playing this Daretti 1v1 branch banlist here in Dubai. This is my, because usually the groups here are mostly Filipinos. We have 4v4 gameplay or six persons gameplay, but usually 1v1. This is my 1v1 list. If you want the multiplayer list, just drop a comment. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification. Thanks a lot, guys.